Hey guys, Huck Sports Cards here. Today we're going to do some vintage baseball, some 1950s and 60s cards, some Hall of Famers, some not, that just have some good stories with their cards. And I hope everybody enjoyed the vintage football we did the last few episodes. But yeah, today we're going to get back to doing our vintage baseball, and hope everybody's going to enjoy this. I appreciate everybody that has subscribed to the channel. I asked if you haven't, please do so. Hit that like button and the notification so you know when the videos are coming on. But without further ado, we're going to get to our 1950s and 60s vintage baseball. All right, guys. Well, like I said, we're going to show you some Topps and some Bowman cards today from 1950s and 60s. Some Hall of Famers, some not. That, like I said, this might have some good stories. And sometimes I just like finding cards and then looking up the story about the player and everything. And this is what I did with this one here, this Cash Michaels card. This guy, he started playing baseball when he was 17 years old for the Chicago White Sox. Now he's in a Washington Senators hat there. This is a 1952 card. But he actually started and played at Major League Baseball when he was 17 years old. So I just thought that was kind of crazy. And then here you have a Phil Rizzuto card, which it's pretty awesome little card. I like, you know, it's got his face on there, but also kind of like playing, like jumping up and catching the ball. Cool little card there. And he was inducted in the Hall of Fame in 1994 by the Veterans Committee. Here's Red Shaney's, who was inducted in the Hall of Fame in 1989, and Cardinal fans just love him. And then this is Gene Woodling. Now this is a pretty cool story about Gene Woodling. Is he played for the Yankees and in his early years, and he won 5 straight World Series with the Yankees from 1949 to 1953. So he was on that team that won 5 in a row. And he wasn't just a scrub player either. He was a really good ball player. I think he averaged, it's like 318 during that time. And he had like 27 postseason hits in that 5 World Series in a row stretch. So he was a really good ball player. So, but yeah, it looks like he got traded to the Orioles. And then you have Enos Slaughter here, and he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1985. His nickname is his country, and something about him, he was mostly known for being a St. Louis Cardinal, even though he's in a Yankee one right here. But he actually scored the winning run in the 1949 World Series. So that's kind of cool. And then Hank Bauer here, he was actually one of them that, along with Gene Woodland and Phil Rizzuto, he was actually on that same Yankees team that won 5 World Series in a row. So those 3 guys right there was on that team. I can't remember how many was on all 5 of those World Series. There was quite a few of them though, but those were 3 of them right there. And matter of fact, here's a story about Hank Bauer. Is he was actually called Mr. October before Reggie Jackson was. So that was his nickname before Reggie got that. And then here's a Pee Wee Reese. And the reason why I like this card, because he's from Louisville, Kentucky, which is where I'm from, where I was born, was Louisville, Kentucky. And he really, when Jackie Robinson came in to the league for the Dodgers, he was the one that really welcomed him with open arms and tried to make it, you know, better for him. So he was, you know, really good guy, and, you know, really loved all his teammates. So, and then here I got 2 cards of Nellie Fox, and he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1997. And here's a crazy stat about Nellie Fox. You know, he only struck out 216 times and he had over 10,000 plate appearances. Can you believe that? 216 times. I think there's guys that strike out now in 1 year, like Joey Gallo. I don't know how many times he struck out this year, but it's probably close to 150 already this year. So he'll probably strike out more than 216 times just this year alone. So that's kind of crazy stat. Then you got Bill Mazeroski. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2001. Eddie Matthews, which I think he's very underrated. And I guess just because he, played with Hank Aaron, and I imagine a lot of people were considered underrated if he played with Hank Aaron, because Hank Aaron got most of the notoriety there. But he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1978. Then you have Jim Cott and Minnie Minoso. They were inducted into the Hall of Fame this year, 2022. So, and I think Minnie Minoso got a base hit when he was something like 50 years old. And he hadn't played in a few years, like, I don't know, it might have been 10 years or longer. And then played, I think, 3 games or something, ended up getting a hit at 50 years old. And then Jim Cott, he had 283 wins in his career. So, and then Ron Santo, look how nice that card is. I was looking at that when I pulled that out. I think I'm going to send that into PSA. That's a really nice card. But he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2012. Here's Lou Gehrig, which actually here's something for you for Lou Gehrig. His last baseball game, I can't remember what the date was. It was like June something of, I think, 1939. But on that exact date that he played his last game is when the Hall of Fame had their first induction ceremony, where they inducted, like, Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb, Walter Johnson, Honus Wagner, and I'm missing one. There's a fifth one. I can't remember who it is now. So, and then here's an old Post cereal card, Whitey Ford. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1974. And then you got Billy Williams, who was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1987. And then Gaylord Perry, who was inducted in 1991. So, yeah, this was just some of the cards I decided to pull out today and show. And I just think some of these people are, they don't get the notoriety that they should, even though they're in the Hall of Fame. And some of them, like I said, have some of their cards that just had nice stories to them and everything. So, okay, but here's just some of my 1950s and 60s Hall of Famers and other cards.
Hey guys, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the cards, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next episode. If you haven't subscribed, I ask that you do so. I appreciate everybody that has subscribed to the channel. And like I said, hit those like buttons and notifications so you know when my next video is coming up. But I really appreciate it. I enjoy doing this. And until next time, guys, we'll see you later.